A big night in Broken Arrow's Rose District, hosting a sold-out night of boxing airing on Showtime, but the main title fight featuring Oklahoma favorite Trey Morrison was canceled at the last minute after his opponent dropped out. Now, as Trey prepared for the big night, he did so with an empty wheelchair in his corner.
2 Works View's Christy Maria explains why that chair holds a very special meaning for Morrison and a family in Veneta, his hometown, only on 2.
The way I've been doing stuff in boxing, I've always been isolated and by myself, so it was good. It's good to have them. It gave me a break for a second, you know, gave me a piece of home for a little bit.
Trey Lippe Morrison is a fighter, and a tough one at that. 16-0, all of them knockouts. But until 2 years ago, he shared his fight with the special friend by his side.
It gave you something to fight for. If there's ever a bad situation, I can always, go back to that in my head and pull through it.
He was really that humble human being that passionately cared for a little girl that stole his heart.
This is Crystal Green and her daughter, Lindsay. Lindsay was born with hydrocephalus, high functioning, but bound to a wheelchair. She was there for Trey since the beginning and became the reason for his ritual the moment before he steps into the ring.
It was something we did from my first fight, walking out. I just saw her and, hugged her, gave her thing, walked to the ring, and then that became a thing.
Trey and Lindsay went on adventures that took them all over. They became close as can be, even when Lindsay's health took a turn for the worse.
Whenever she was in the hospital for 71 days, he came several times just to pop in and visit or call and see how she was.
Trey was right there by Lindsay's side for her fight, just like he was there for each one of his. When Lindsay died after complications with renal failure, he looked for a way to keep her memory alive.
Someone I always fought for, so just because, she's gone in this lifetime, doesn't mean her spirit's gone.
On her headstone, I had a portrait of her drawn, like coming out of her wheelchair, like reaching for heaven. So now that whenever he walks to the ring, the image that's on the back of his towel is of Lindsay.
Lindsay died 2 years ago Sunday, an emotional week for her mom and her friend. Trey returned home to fight with Lindsay in his corner. Even though Trey didn't get to fight Friday night, he still kept her wheelchair with him, so their tradition lives on.
This is the first time I've ever left Lindsay's chair with anybody, and I feel at peace with it because I knew that she's watching over him and Trey would take care of her chair.
As soon as I walk out and I lay eyes on that wheelchair with her picture in it, she's there.
In Broken Arrow, Chris DeMaria, 2 Works for You.
Wow.
What a special connection that they shared.
They both received something from each other. It was something powerful.
And he holds her close even now.
Good stuff.
Love it.